What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for Backlash, which will feature arguably the greatest wrestling match ever, and I will be talking about that later on in today's video. So we are going to kick things off with a match that was announced with actually with a couple matches that was just announced this past Monday on Raw. The first one will be Apollo Crews defending the United States Championship against Andrade in a rematch. So if you guys didn't watch Raw this past Monday, Andrade had defeated both Angel Garza and Kevin Owens to become the #1 contender. And yes, Apollo Crews, as crazy as it sounds, is indeed the United States champion. I'm still shocked about that, because he's been a part of the main roster since 2016. Yeah, since like 2016. About 4 or 5. He's been here. He's been in the main roster for about 4 or 5 years, and he won his very first championship ever, which is absolutely nuts. And obviously too, Andrade is like super pissed. We saw how pissed he was when he lost the title to Andrade. Even Zelina Vega was pissed. But honestly though, I think Apollo's reign as champion is still young. I gotta go with the champion. I think Apollo Crews. Sorry, I think Apollo Crews is gonna retain the title against Andrade. Just my honest opinion. Alright, you guys. Now we have the women's tag team titles on the line, as Sasha Banks and the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley will defend against the Iconics and Nikki Cross and the team of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I think WWE Creative made the wrong decision to put the titles on Sasha and Bayley, and the reason why I think that is because they've already proven that they're a dominant team, but there's no point in them holding on to the titles when they know that their reign is going to last less than a month. Don't believe me? Ask Sasha. Every time she holds a title in the main roster, whether it was the women's tag titles or the Raw women's title, it always lasted less than a month. So we already know that Sasha and Bayley are going to lose. We already know that. As to who I think is going to take them, obviously Bliss and Cross. The Iconics don't deserve them, and neither do Banks and Bayley, in my honest opinion. Yeah, my grandfather actually just opened my door for some reason. I guess he forgot that my sign was up. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. Guys, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm losing my mind right now. Anyway, next up we have Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a rivalry that has lasted for weeks now. So ever since Jeff Hardy came back from to WWE from his injuries and from conquering his personal demons and whatnot, Sheamus has ridiculed Jeff Hardy of having history repeat itself, if you will. Calling him weak and pathetic. And last week, not this past Friday on SmackDown, but a couple weeks ago, on Raw, there was a bit of a situation, if you will, where Elias was the victim of a hit and run, and for some reason, I don't know what the hell happened, but apparently based on what Braun Strowman said, he said that there was a car flying in, and the car hit Elias. So with that, the hood of the car just was dented in half completely. There was a bottle of whiskey in there, and I knew it was whiskey because I could tell by looking at the bottle. And there were cops everywhere. There was an ambulance. It was pure chaos. And even also Jeff Hardy was attacked as well. Someone had apparently hit him in the head, and the rental car, if you guys didn't watch it, was registered in Jeff's name. And apparently the cops had said that someone did this. Did the deed, if you will. And apparently it was a guy with red hair and a red beard. Anybody in particular? It was Sheamus. And Sheamus denied, obviously, being the typical heel that he is, he denied all allegations and put it all on Jeff Hardy. Honestly, I don't think Jeff Hardy did it. I think I think Sheamus did it just to not just to further his own ego, but rather to get Jeff Hardy out of WWE because of Jeff's past. Honestly, though, I think if Sheamus did do it, I think what he did was pretty fucked up, and I would love to see Jeff Hardy get just completely defeat Sheamus. Oh my god. Alright. Damn, there was hardly any water in that cup. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jeff Hardy on this one. Alright, next up we have Asuka versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that we saw these two duke it out for a championship. If you guys remember back in NXT, Asuka was the NXT Women's Champion. Nia Jax was starting to get her foot in, if you will, and Nia Jax lost to Asuka. History is going to repeat itself because Asuka's reign is still young. Asuka has been SmackDown Women's Champion. She's been NXT Women's Champion. She's been a Women's Tag Team Champion. She's won Money in the Bank. She won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. And she is now the Raw Women's Champion. Not only that, but she has her own YouTube channel. I think it was called Kana-chan TV, I think it's called. I believe that's what it's called. I think I'm actually I think I'm subscribed to it or something. But anyway, Asuka has once again become a fan favorite. As has I cannot remember her name. Kairi Sane. But if you guys remember, about a couple weeks ago, I mentioned, or was it I think it was last week, I mentioned in my video that there was a bit of a botch, if you will, where Nia Jax hit a buckle bomb, I guess, hit Kairi Sane with the buckle bomb, not onto the turnbuckle, but rather on the steps, which actually cut her, right around here, right around there. And from what I've heard, WWE has actually banned the buckle bomb move, which explains why Seth Rollins only used a regular power bomb on Aleister Black this past Monday on Raw. Do not get me wrong. Nia Jax is extremely powerful. We all know how powerful she is in the ring, but when it comes to technical wrestling, submission wrestling, Asuka is number one no matter what. And I think that Nia Jax still, to this day, is not ready for Asuka, so I gotta go with Asuka on this one. Now, let me ask you guys a question, and you know what? I'm gonna give you guys two questions. Normally, I would do one question for the typical question of the day, but for this one, I'm gonna give you two, and here's the first one. Do you guys think it was wise for The Miz and John Morrison to attempt to prank Braun Strowman last week on SmackDown? Let me know in the comments below. I am very curious because Braun Strowman has been the victim of a few pranks by The Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison put I guess like a bomb or something like that inside his protein shake. They vandalized his car, his Lincoln, by smashing the window shield. And they tried to slime him, but they ended up sliming Caleb Braxton during his interview, which I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that. Miz and Morrison have gone way too far with that one. I don't know. I mean, do not get me wrong. When it comes to handicap situations against local competitors, that's one thing. Braun Strowman can just eviscerate them with ease. But when it comes to top caliber stars like The Miz and Morrison, it's a tough task. But if anybody can do it, it is Braun Strowman. There's no way that Miz and Morrison can do it. There's no way. There is absolutely no way in hell that Miz and Morrison can beat Braun Strowman. Just saying. Alright, you guys. Now we move on to the WWE Championship, and I still can't believe that it's now a part of Monday Night Raw after all these years. Because for the last like 4 or 5 years, it was always a part of SmackDown, which was so crazy. Now it's back on Raw. It's still bizarre to me. But we have Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, and what's interesting about this is that it was MVP. It was MVP that put Bobby Lashley into the WWE Championship picture, where the only thing that Bobby Lashley wanted to do was beat Brock Lesnar. You know, that's the only thing that he wanted to do in WWE, was to beat Brock Lesnar, proving that he is the better MMA star than Brock Lesnar. Now with Matt Riddle into the fold, now that Matt Riddle is part of SmackDown, obviously we could potentially see Matt Riddle versus Brock Lesnar, which is a possibility, but you never know. With that being said, if you guys don't know, McIntyre and Lashley were a formidable tag team alongside Baron Corbin. A formidable trio, hands down. But it was Drew McIntyre that broke out of that stable even more when he won the Royal Rumble back in January and then went on to WrestleMania just a couple months ago. And again, I'm gonna be real, his reign is still young. Just like with Asuka's reign, just like with Apollo's reign, Drew's reign as champion is still young. And I think if there's anybody that can break the full Nelson, it's Drew McIntyre. No one, I don't think anybody could break it better. I don't think anybody could break it but Drew McIntyre. So I'm sticking with Drew McIntyre on this one. Alright, you guys, now it is time for the greatest wrestling match ever. Edge versus Randy Orton. This will actually be Edge's very first wrestling match, traditional wrestling match, in 9 years. Now, if you guys didn't watch WWE Virtual Roundtable earlier today, it was with host Matt Camp, and his guests were 3 former world champions: Mick Foley, Big Show, and Christian. Christian mentioned in that roundtable that he doesn't believe in ring rust. Honestly, though, I think, truth be told, while it is true that yes, Edge proved that he still has it, that he does still have it at the Royal Rumble and at WrestleMania, this match on Sunday will be his biggest test because he hasn't had a traditional wrestling match in 9 years. And the last time he was in a wrestling match, if you guys remember, it was at WrestleMania 27, I believe. He went in as the world champion, and he defeated Alberto Del Rio to retain the title, but only for him to give it up 1 week later, which was sad. It was so upsetting. Now Orton on the other hand, he's been holding it down since Edge's retirement, and just think of all of the accomplishments that Orton has obtained since then. He's won Money in the Bank. He's won the WWE Championship. What was it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He's won the SmackDown Tag Team titles. He's won. Let's see. He won his second ever Royal Rumble, and he also won the United States Championship as well. So you have to wonder if ring rust could come into play for Edge going into this match, which honestly I don't think so. I don't think so. Given the fact that Edge's neck was able to hold up at the Royal Rumble back in January and at WrestleMania just a couple months ago, is a testament to what Edge will be capable of going into this match against Orton. While at the same time, Randy Orton, we all know how good both these men are, but if it comes down to who wants it more, Randy Orton doesn't need this. Edge needs this match, because if he loses, who knows what can happen? Who knows what will the future hold for Edge? But if he wins on Sunday, he will actually have done it. He will have actually said, "I beat Randy Orton in a wrestling match," which would be a huge accomplishment because there is not a lot of people who can say that. Obviously, Cena, obviously John Cena can say it, Triple H can say it, Undertaker can say it, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, just to name a few. Those are some of the names I can say that I beat Randy Orton. So if I had to pick who I think is going to win, that's a hard one. I'm a big fan of both, but I gotta go with Edge. I've been a fan of Edge way more than I have of Randy Orton. Alright, you guys, that is going to do it for this video. Now for the second question of the day. Let me know in the comments below. Use the hashtag WWE BACKLASH. Use that hashtag and comment below your picks for the card. And for the card as it stands now. I've heard rumors that tomorrow night on SmackDown, at the time of this being recorded and posted, which at the time of this being recorded, it is 1:45 on Thursday. So by the time this video gets put up, it will be Thursday, but it'll be like around 2-ish. So tomorrow night on SmackDown, I've heard rumors that there's going to be at least one more match for the card. I don't know what that match could be, but you never know. But again, comment below with the hashtag WWE Backstage your picks for these matches. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. Because with this channel, there's always something to talk about, trust me. And also, too, guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My links are down in the description below. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.